Welcome to Ketchikan, Alaska, one of the most unique cruise ports we've ever been to as a family. Whether this is your first Alaskan cruise or you're returning to one of Alaska's most popular ports, this video will help you make the most of your day ashore. I'm going to answer the questions that cruise passengers ask the most often. What is the cruise ship dock like? Can you explore Ketchikan without an excursion? How far is Creek Street from the ship? Where can you see salmon and bald eagles? Is the Misty Fjords worth the money? What are the best free things to do in town, etc. We'll also cover some practical information like where the ship docks, how to get around, what the weather's like, and what we thought of the souvenir shops. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to expect when your ship arrives in Ketchikan, Alaska, and how to make the most of every minute of this beautiful port. So grab your rain jacket, your camera, and let's explore Ketchikan, Alaska, Alaska's first city. Number 1, where is Ketchikan, Alaska? Ketchikan is located in southeast Alaska on Reviahi-Hado Island, about 680 miles north of Seattle. It's often called Alaska's first city because it's the first Alaskan port visited by most northbound cruise ships. Because Ketchikan sits on an island, it has no road connections to the rest of Alaska. You can only get there by air or by sea. Number 2, what is the cruise ship dock like in Ketchikan? Ketchikan has one of the easiest and most passenger-friendly cruise ports in Alaska. Most of the ships dock at the large pier directly beside downtown. We walked off the ship and immediately saw shops, restaurants, and attractions. On the day that we went, though, it was super low tide, and we used the upper deck gangplank. It was a steep disembarkation in driving rain. Man, we got wet. So be sure to wear sturdy shoes and a raincoat. The downtown docks are connected by wide boardwalks with plenty of signs. And on busy days, you might see 5 or more cruise ships in port with you at the same time. However, some cruise lines dock at Ward Cove, about 7 miles north of downtown. And Ward Cove features a main terminal building, a shopping area, restrooms, and a free shuttle bus down to downtown Ketchikan. Number 3, where do cruise ships dock in Ketchikan? Most cruise ships dock at one of the downtown berths, number 1 through 4, near the historic downtown district. Then some larger ships dock at Ward Cove. Passengers docking downtown can walk directly into town, while Ward Cove passengers generally take the complimentary shuttle bus. Number 4, can I explore Ketchikan without booking an excursion? Yes, Ketchikan is one of the most walkable cruise ports in Alaska. Many visitors spend the entire day exploring independently without purchasing an excursion. Things that we did in Ketchikan for the day with our family and are very popular are Creek Street, Ketchikan Creek, historic downtown, totem pole parks, the waterfront promenade, and the local souvenir shops, jewelers, and art galleries. Number 5, how far is Creek Street from the cruise ship? Creek Street is about a 5 to 10 minute walk from the downtown cruise dock, depending on where your ship is berthed. The route is well marked. Follow the signs from the waterfront promenade through downtown straight over to Creek Street. Number 6, what is Creek Street famous for? Creek Street is famous for its colorful wooden buildings built over Ketchikan Creek. It was once the city's red light district during the gold rush era and is now home to shops, restaurants, and galleries, and a beautiful viewing platform for salmon. And the entire area is built on stilts. Number 7, can you see salmon in Ketchikan? Yes. During the summer months, especially July through September, salmon can often be seen swimming upstream through Ketchikan Creek. We saw them ourselves. The viewing platforms near Creek Street provide excellent opportunities to see them, and there are thousands of salmon during peak spawning season. Number 8, can you see bears in Ketchikan? Yes. Black bears are often seen around salmon streams, particularly during that spawning season. The best location to see the bears are a little bit out of town in Herring Cove and Neats Bay and various creek areas just outside of town. Bear sightings are most common from late July through September. Number 9. What is Ketchikan famous for? Ketchikan is famous for the most standing totem poles in the world, the salmon capital of the world, Creek Street, Native Alaskan culture, the beautiful Misty Fjords National Monument, and the rainforest. This city is considered one of the cultural capitals of Southeast Alaska. Number 10. Is Ketchikan the rainiest city in Alaska? Yes, Ketchikan is one of the rainiest cities in North America, receiving approximately 150 inches of rain annually. And the day that we went there, it was raining. Now, it's not the kind of rain that's like pouring down. It's more drizzle the whole day. And sometimes it clears, but it's like a 50-50, I would say. Because that weather can change quickly, locals often joke, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. But make sure that you do pack waterproof shoes and a raincoat and a hat. Number 11. What are the best free things to do in Ketchikan? Some of the best free activities include walking Creek Street, watching the salmon in Ketchikan Creek, exploring downtown, visiting Whale Park, photographing the beautiful bay, the cruise ships and float planes coming in and out, and spotting bald eagles along the waterfront. Personally, my favorite part of Ketchikan was going into the shops and seeing all the beautiful jewelry, art, and amazing photography, books. Like, there was just so much to see. There were things that we saw as a family we'd never seen before in the stores there. It was stunning. Number 12. Is the Misty Fjords worth visiting? Many visitors consider Misty Fjords the highlight of their Alaska cruise, and it tops the list of the most reviews of any Alaskan adventure and excursion in all of Alaska. The area features steep granite cliffs, waterfalls, remote wilderness, glacier-carved fjords. It has spectacular views from float planes. It's definitely worth it. Number 13. How much time do I need to explore Ketchikan? Most visitors see the main downtown attractions in about 4 hours, depending on if you take in the lumberjack show. It takes a little bit longer. Those taking excursions, visiting totem parks, or exploring beyond downtown might want an entire day. Number 14. What is the best excursion in Ketchikan? The most popular excursions in this order are the Misty Fjords float plane tours, the bear watching tour, the whale watching cruises, the Totem Bite State Historical Park tour, the crab feast experience, the salmon fishing charters, but above all, the Misty Fjords is often ranked as the top excursion in Alaska, and I will list some of these excursions in the description below. Number 15. Can you walk from Ward Cove into Ketchikan? No. Ward Cove is 7 miles from downtown. Walking is definitely not practical. The shuttle buses are free and they're provided throughout the day to transport passengers between Ward Cove and downtown Ketchikan. It's a very quick ride. Number 16. What should I buy in Ketchikan? Very popular souvenirs include smoked salmon, Native Alaskan artwork, totem pole carvings, jewelry, jewels, gems, Alaskan-themed apparel, and locally produced gifts. Look for items labeled as locally made for the most authentic purchases. We definitely saw like gold nuggets on chains, and when we flipped them over, we wanted to make sure they were from Alaska. Number 17. Is Ketchikan walkable? Yes. Ketchikan is one of the most walkable Alaska cruise ports, and we noticed that almost all of the downtown core is completely on flat, level ground. So very easy for buggies, for wheelchairs, or for anyone that has mobility issues. It's actually a very, very flat, easy, walkable cruise port. Most of the major attractions and restaurants and shopping areas are within a block of where you dock. So very, very close as well. Number 18. Are there bald eagles in Ketchikan? Yes. Bald eagles are very common throughout Ketchikan. Visitors frequently see them flying over the harbor, perched on light poles, sitting in waterfront trees, and hunting for fish along the shoreline. So be sure to look up for them. Number 19. Why is Ketchikan called Alaska's first city? Ketchikan earned the nickname because it was historically the first major Alaskan community encountered by cruise ships traveling north from the continental United States, and it still is today. Almost all cruise ships, it's their first stop. Number 20. What's the weather like in Ketchikan during cruise season? The average summer temperatures in May are between 45 to 60, June 50 to 65, July 55 to 68, August 55 to 67, September 48 to 62. That is in Fahrenheit. Rain is possible in every month. Number 21. Is Ketchikan worth visiting? Absolutely. Ketchikan offers a combination of history, culture, wildlife, scenery, incredible shopping, and easy walkability that makes it one of the most enjoyable ports in Alaska. Whether you're watching the salmon run through the creek, photographing a bald eagle, exploring Creek Street, looking in all the cute little shops, and finding the most beautiful jewelry you've ever seen, or simply enjoying the waterfront atmosphere or having a crab boil, Ketchikan constantly ranks amongst passengers as their favorite Alaskan cruise destination. Number 22. How do you get around Ketchikan? The good news is that most visitors don't need a car in Ketchikan. If your ship docks downtown, many of the most popular attractions are within walking distance. We were able to see everything very easily within a couple of hours, including Creek Street, the historic downtown, restaurants, souvenirs, shops, the waterfront promenade. If your ship docks at Ward Cove, the free shuttle buses are typically get you there in very, very quick amount of time. It takes less than 20 minutes. Other transportation options include a local taxi, a rideshare service, a public bus, organized shore excursions, or walking tours. For visitors heading to attractions outside the downtown core, such as Herring Cove, Tideham Bight State Historical Park, or Saxman Village, a tour, taxi, or shuttle is usually the best option. One thing that many first-time visitors don't realize is that Ketchikan has no road connection at all to the rest of Alaska. This city can only be reached by air or by sea, which adds to its unique island atmosphere. A little tip here: if you're docking downtown, you're totally fine to walk around. If you're docking at Ward Cove, you'll take the shuttle. If you're heading to Bear Viewing or Totem Parks, book transportation or an excursion, or hop on a bus. For most cruise passengers, Ketchikan is the easiest Alaskan port to explore without renting a vehicle. It's compact, scenic, and designed for visitors arriving by ship.